Look out! Speeding by at 55 miles per hour, a blur of color twists and turns as it flies to its destination. What is that? Is it a bird, a car, a UFO? What if I told you of something that is used in a sport that has been around for over 90 years? Today I'm going to talk about the history of disc golf, the different discs that are commonly used, and how to play the sport. Over the decades, the once fun game, recess game that started as tin lid golf developed into the professional sport known as disc golf, according to an article in Disc Golf History. The sport of disc golf was unknowingly founded in Canada in the 1920s. Unfortunately, the sport didn't gain much momentum until the 1960s. During the time, the first set of rules was laid out on how to play the game. Don Altmeyer wrote an article, Kevin Donnelly Disc Golf, about how Kevin Donnelly became the first disc golf recreational leader for setting up first tournaments. Disc golf history states by the 1970s the first disc golf park was created and sports started to lay its roots. Steady Ed Hendricks is a well-known disc golf figure. Importantly, Hendricks formed the Professional Disc Golf Association, the PDGA. This notable individual also created the first disc target, which is a basket with chains. Another dignitary of golf is Dave Dunapants, who invented the modern golf disc. There are over 3,000 courses in the U.S. and more than 40 countries globally that play the sport. Now that we've learned about the history, let's talk about the important item needed to play the sport, the disc. There's a variety of discs to use throughout the game, and I'll now describe each one's purpose. Comparable to real golf and a player changing clubs to conquer a course, a disc golf player does the same using a variety of discs. Official rules and regulations of disc golf describes how the discs can be divided into three categories: driver, all-purpose mid-range disc, and putters. The main disc to start the game with is called the driver. A driver is typically the lightest weight and glides the furthest. Experienced players can choose different subtypes of drivers to yield the greatest distance. An all-purpose mid-range disc is perfect for first-time players. This disc can be used as a driver, a putter, and an in-between. For the more professional players, this disc is usually typical for the initial drive and the approach shot to the basket. The approach putter is the last disc that is thrown. The heavy disc is ready to fly straight. Its path should be predictable and ready to fly into the basket. Considering the key item to play the game is now illustrated, let's learn how to enjoy the sport. The official rules and regulations of disc golf identify the object of disc golf is to get the disc in the basket in the least amount of throws. A typical course is 9 to 18 holes, similar to a golf course, and has identified pars. The start of the game is from a tee pad, which is a base made of anything from dirt, wood, or standard concrete. This is where the initial throw occurs. Once the disc is at rest from the release, this is the next established position. Now the interesting part of the game takes place, the obstacles. An obstacle on a course can be anything from a picnic table to a tree or the pond in the middle of the course. A player must use accuracy and precision skills to avoid penalties and making the best throw from the stance. Lastly, the putt is executed. Professional Disc Golf Association, PDGA, states that any throw within 10 meters of the target is considered a putt. A final tally can be calculated by adding up each player's hole's total throws. The player with the least throws wins. Over the years, the game of disc golf has grown worldwide, roughly 12 to 15% increase annually, referencing the PDGA. Noting back to the man who created the disc, Dave Dunapants, he co-founded the company Innova, a topmost company to find disc golf products. With some history and a new product, it's time to hit the course. Full rules and regulations can be found at the PDGA website. With over 52,000 registered players stated by the PDGA, disc golf is a growing sport. Anywhere from tournaments to just a friendly, relaxing game, disc golf is an enjoyable outdoor game. All one needs is a disc. Talk about an affordable, fun game. If one finds himself in a predicament on the course, just remember to grip it and rip it.